Action. Alright, so let me see. This is directions for vectors. And this is our compass rose, which has north, south, east, and west located on it. So never eat soggy waffles, or never eat slimy worms, or one that was introduced to me recently, never enter Santa's workshop, which I don't fully understand, but whatever. And then in between, we got the directions of northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. And these directions are commonly used to describe the direction of an object in physics, and not only just the directions, but they are also incorporating a number value. So east is 0 degrees or 360 degrees. Northeast is 45 degrees, so some of you might recognize that this is very much like your unit circle from geometry or geometry, which is what the acorn says when it grows up. Awful. Alright, so those are all the angles that are associated with the different directions. And then along with that, if we draw a vector of any type, we can describe it as both the total numerical angle as measured from 0. So if something was, say, over in this general direction, it would be somewhere between 90 and 135, but we'd always measure it from the 0 point. Or if something is drawn over here, we can always reference it as an angle relative to one of the major directions, like north, south, east, or west. So a couple examples that I'll do. If we have this particular vector that, say, makes a 30-degree angle here with north, okay, we could describe it, if this is 0 degrees, as a 60-degree angle. So we could write it as 60 degrees, or we can describe it as being 30 degrees to the east of north, because it is on the eastern side of the north line. So two different ways to do that. I could draw another one, maybe down here, and let's say this was 15 degrees. Okay. Now again, if 0 degrees is there, this would be a whole 180 all the way around, plus another 15, so we could describe this one as 195 degrees, or we can describe it as 15 degrees south of west. Okay, and maybe let's do one more, do a little tricky one here. Let's do a 20-degree angle right there. Okay. So now, and this is what makes it a little tricky, it's 270 all the way around to the south line, and then there's 25 degrees more here. So you're looking at a 295, or you could think of it as 20 less than 315, which is what the southeast line is. And then I can write it as 25 degrees east of south. And I have seen people do 20 degrees south of southeast. However, I think this one, using the major directions, is a little more common. So these are some of the vector directions and values that we'll be using when we start adding vectors together.